Hey, hello everybody, welcome back. Doing a little magic. Well, that's new. That's a new thing. Anyway, so today it's a Patreon day, as evidenced by this thing here.
The lovely board.
So we're doing two different Patreon patrons decks today against each other because we have a lot to get through. There's quite a backlog,
modern.
And they're both modern. And I thought it'd be a little more interesting than doing that. So these are actually, I think, two people that we've never played decks from before. So that's kind of exciting.
Yes.
It's a little out of order, but that's because Kreestab gave us like 52 lists to do. So, so we want to feature some other people once in a while. We'll probably get back to him next time. But anyway, so we have Christian Wright, who's playing Coco Warriors, and I realized that his initials and the initials of his deck are the same initials. So that's kind of cool. Yeah. The CW. That was also, that's also Whose Line Is It Anyways now on the network. Anyway, and that's against Storm Browning. Really like his name. I hope that's his real name, because it's a cool name. I'm a little disappointed, though, because he didn't submit a Storm list to us.
Yeah. It's got like every other combo that doesn't get Storm.
Yeah, so it's a Nahiri combo breaker. And yeah, it's basically what you said. It's like, think of every combo in Modern and then mash them together.
Yes.
It's pretty versatile. And then Coco Warriors, of course, is a warrior kind of tribal deck, in a way. And it's really cool. So, to decide who goes first, this is a very subjective thing, but we have this like body part dice. So since I'm playing a warriors deck, and warriors are known for, like stabbing people with a spear or something.
Yeah.
We're gonna each roll this, and each time we're gonna pretend that that's where we got stabbed, and whoever has the most damage, let's say after 3 rolls.
Okay.
They get to go second. So, I'm gonna get stabbed in my left foot. Alright.
Good times.
Right leg.
Alright, that's a little worse
It's a little worse than foot. I could still get... Ooh, stomach.
Ooh,
that's not a good one.
bad.
That's not a good one. Ooh, also stomach. Okay, so it pretty much comes down to this.
We've both been disemboweled.
Yeah, left hand. I hope you get full body. That'd be good. Right hand.
Right hand.
I think I took a little less damage than you. Not by much.
Because you got a foot, but I got a leg.
Yeah, leg's a little worse than foot. I was kind of hoping someone would either get chest, head. Head's pretty much a kill shot. Or, of course, full body. I don't know how one stabs someone in the full body.
Through the skull, just all the way down.
Through the anus, or?
Yeah.
Wow.
Human skewer.
It's a spit roast. Anyway, so I'll be going first, and we'll see you in game 1. Alright, game 1. So I'll show my hand. I have a bit of a weird hand, as you can see here. But we'll see how it goes. I think it's still pretty good, so go ahead.
And I've got... D's, which are going to change pretty quickly, I think. Turn around.
Something that sounds like a lot of cyclers. That's my guess, anyway. Or like escape shift or something. Tapped Overgrown Tomb to start us off. Go ahead.
Draw for turn. We're going to go Mountain.
Yep.
Cycle Deadshot Minotaur.
Okay.
Enter go.
Untap. Draw a card. We're going to play Razorverge Thicket and cast a Grim Flare. Pass the turn.
Ooh. Untap. Draw for turn. Stomping Ground. Untapped. Enter go.
So I'm guessing a bunch of cyclers. Draw a card. We're going to go for an untapped Godless Shrine, going to 18. And then we're going to cast an Arishin Foremost. So whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks another target warrior you control gains double strike until end of turn. I will choose him, and I'll attack you for 4.
Yes, cycle Monsters Carabid in response.
Sure.
And then I'm going to cycle another Deadshot Minotaur in response.
Okay. I figured.
And yeah.
Okay.
Beats.
So on the first 2, I look at my top 3 because it dealt combat damage. I can put any into the graveyard and the rest on top in any order. Oh. That's pretty bad. I don't think I really need that, so maybe that goes in? I don't know, this is actually tough.
You get another bin, so...
I know I get another bin, but...
Do you want all 3 cards, or it's like, oh...
I think I do. You know what? No, we'll bin a Path to Exile. And then we'll put these on top like that. So then the other 2 gets through, and we'll do it again. See, 1 more card. Yeah, that's just good insurance. Okay, we'll leave them all on top. Go ahead. I know, right?
Untap. Draw for turn.
I was kind of hoping to find some poop that I could put in the garbage, but...
Planes.
It's all pretty good. Pretty good stuff.
And I'm sorry, but the gods are angry at you.
That's fine. I had a cool little combo going, but if I'm going to keep putting the top 3 on top... Because, yeah. Yeah,
and exiling them is pretty nice for...
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Sure, go.
Untap. Draw a card. Okay. So... We're going to play an untapped Temple Garden, going to 16. Then we're going to cast a Bramblewood Paragon, which is a pretty decent bear. And then... Oops. We'll cast another Grim Flare, and since he's a warrior, he comes in with a counter. I will use a white. Oh, you got one. Thank you. And I'll pass turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Sacred Foundry, untapped.
Yep. 4 mana.
And we're going to do a bit of experimenting.
Ooh, that's a good one. Maybe I should have been that path. Oh, there you go.
Get the Empyrean.
Oh, Emrakul. I saw it for a second, like, I was kind of half paying attention. I'm like, did you really hit another artifact? There's no other artifacts in the deck. Yeah.
Emrakul.
Yeah.
And the rest go in the bottom in any order. It's pretty handy, because we don't really want to draw that Emrakul.
Yeah.
Enter go.
Okay. Draw a card. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. Well, we're going to cast a Chief of the Edge. Comes in with a counter. Doop. And pumps everybody else up. And then we're going to go for another Grim Flare. By the way, my opening hand had 3 Grim Flares. That was what was weird. Who comes in with a counter, of course. And there's really no point in attacking into that, so I'll pass the turn.
Untap.
Hope to find an answer to it. Of course, I know what my top card is.
Cycle Deadshot Minotaur.
Yep.
Play a mountain. Cycle Deadshot Minotaur.
Okay.
See, I got all 4 of them, apparently.
Yeah, you did.
Well, that's not very good now. And a bit of a Farseek.
Okay. Have a cheeky bit of a Farseek. You know, I don't know. Like, if you had Bring to Light for Living End, I think it'd be good here, right?
Yeah.
Like, even though this is essentially holding back my entire squad,
I get rid of your whole board that's threatening my life.
And replace it with those Deadshot Minotaurs. That foursome of Deadshot Minotaurs.
Enter go.
Unzap. Draw that. Do I cast that even though it's barely any value? Probably not. Inquisition of Kozilek, targeting you. Probably don't have any targets, but
No, I did not.
no targets.
I drew this. It's like, well, that's helpful.
What's Primal Command? Does all its modes
It
again?
does all things. It just
Yeah.
does a lot of things.
Sure. Non-creature permanent. Okay. Not great in this position, but
I mean, I can put a land on top.
that's true. And I'm one
But
closer
I
to
can't gain
Delirium.
life because
so
my
there's
life
that.
total can't change.
Yeah, and I can't deal. Can I? Am I still dealing combat damage to you if your life total can't change? That's an interesting question, actually.
No, because I think it prevents the damage.
Is that what it says on there?
Like I can't gain or lose life. So,
And you
I mean, I
can't
don't
pay.
think you can deal 0 combat damage.
But that's not saying you're immune to combat damage. It's saying
I
your
guess,
life
yeah.
total can't change. So would I still be dealing like a bunch of damage, and then just nothing happens from it? Like it's a question of, does that override the rule, or does it override?
That's actually something
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to look up.
I think so too. All right, so yeah, we've determined that it is still dealing damage. It's just the result of dealing that damage is that nothing happens, essentially.
Yes. So triggers like that
Yeah.
and lifelink still happen. It's just my life total won't change.
Yeah, yeah. It's pretty cool. So probably block one of those, but that would be okay. Because I think we need to dig for a path. I think that's one of our only ways of attaining victory here. So I'm going to send with both of these guys. Yes.
Eat one.
Sure. So, this of course dies, because that's an 8/8, and this is only 4. But this one gets through, doesn't deal any... It does deal damage, but it doesn't do anything to your life total, so I still get the trigger of looking at my top 3, and putting any number of them into the graveyard. I cannot win with any of those, so they all go there. I think I do have Delirium now. Yes, I do have Delirium.
So he's now 5/5.
Yes.
Or 6/5.
Yes, 6/5.
It's almost to the point that he could just go over the Platinum Imperial.
Pretty close. Pass the turn.
Untap.
But that got me essentially 3 turns closer to being able to actually have an answer for this, so I think it was worth it.
Draw for turn.
Also, it makes the living end a little less appealing, because I'll actually get some stuff back.
Wooded Foothills. Very
Yep.
exciting. Very helpful here.
Extremely.
And blue, green, white, red.
Ah, okay.
Bring to light for 4.
Yep.
Which should find me. Scape Shift.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that'll do it.
Pretty
Only
sure I
at
haven't
16.
played enough. But since we're searching, we
Yeah.
can quickly check.
Well, and you haven't even cracked the foothills yet,
That's
too.
what I mean,
So,
like-
yeah.
Well, I can't crack Foothills.
Right, you can't pay life.
But we have the 2 Valakuts.
Yep.
And we have 5 mountains. We do have 5 mountains. So, we will be sacrificing 7 lands to Scape Shift.
Mm-hmm.
Find. Oh, wait.
5 other mountains.
Yes, 5 other mountains. So, only 1 Scape Shift.
Yep.
Or only 1 Valakut.
It's still
6
enough,
mountains.
though, because 3, 6, 9, 18, and I'm at 16.
Yes.
So,
Still enough.
let's see. Was Path on top? No, that wouldn't have helped. Yeah, it was probably a ways from being able to actually have an answer to that.
Yeah, if I didn't draw the Scape Shift that turn, I was just going to Primal Command one of your lands on top and
Yeah.
find a Cycler.
Exactly. Yeah, I really wish it wouldn't have been that Path to Exile. I didn't think...
When you seen that, I was just like,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, I was thinking, because I had enough beefy dudes on top that if you, like, stumbled one more turn, I probably could have just had lethal. But you having that just then was enough. So, that was game 1, and we will see you in game 2. Okay, game 2. Show my hand. not as redundant, I guess, as last time. Sticky cards. Go ahead.
And we've got those. Another hand that's going to change greatly.
Yeah. That's what happens. So, we're going to lead with a tap Godless Shrine. Pass the turn.
Draw for turn. We're going to lead with tap Breeding Pool. Pass the turn.
Tap. Draw card. That's reasonable. Razorverge Thicket. And a Bramblewood Paragon. Pass the turn.
End of your turn, we're going to cycle Street Wraith. Going 18. Untap. Draw for turn. Steam Vents untapped. Going to 16. And a Sakura Tri-Builder.
Okay.
Jergo.
Draw a card. Well, it's not super useful. Chief of the Edge. With a counter. And sure, I'll beat for 3.
Yep, jump it. Sack before damage. Find a plains, I think.
Yeah, it's a very good card against me. I mean, this giving trample is pretty good.
That giving trample to the rest kind of means
Yeah.
it's not going to be doing too much. But hey, block 3 damage. That's pretty good.
Well, generally speaking, too. I mean, you have to have one of these. Like, it's if you have like an Arshan
It was like I
Foremost,
cast the Healing
it's very
Salve.
good. Exactly. Yeah,
And that was a
best
card
card
that's
ever.
in a cycle with Ancestral Recall, so therefore it must be good.
yeah, exactly.
Untap. Draw for turn.
How would you rank the 2 second best? I mean, obviously Recall's first, but do you think Ritual or Bolt take second place in that cycle?
In terms of power, I think it's Ritual. In terms of playability, I think
Yeah.
it's Bolt.
Yeah,
And then Giant Growth.
sure.
Just because Infect exists.
Yeah.
And then way down there, there's Healing Salve.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna do a bit of Far Seeking.
Okay.
Going to find...
Better than Tri-Beldering, in my opinion.
I think it's... no, not a Sacred Foundry. It's Stomping Ground.
Okay.
Enter Growth.
That does qualify as a non-forest. Untap.
Let's just,
Draw a
Plains,
card.
Island, Swamp, or Mountain. It doesn't say a not forest. It just says
Exactly.
any of the other 4.
Well, I definitely would have liked the land there, but I will settle for Thought Seizing You. Go to 18. Let's see what you got.
So we've got good old Minotaur.
Probably not taking that.
Lands. Street Wraith.
Or that.
Another Minotaur.
Or that.
And a Bring to Life.
Definitely taking that. It's not too close. I figured that was a good turn for it, too. Okay, so we will attack for 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, go to 9.
Pass the turn.
End of the turn, cycle Minotaur.
Yep.
And we're also going to cycle Street Wraith.
Ooh. We're getting pretty low.
I mean, we're going to 7, but I kind of just need an answer.
Yeah. I mean, 3 draws. You could probably find something. Theoretically.
Mountain.
Yep. Seems like a Bring to Light to me.
Bring to Light 4.
Yep.
But I think we're going to get an Anger of the Gods.
Okay. So the way Bring to Light works...
It's that or less.
Oh, well, I'm
Yeah.
just making sure I can respond to the Anger of the
okay.
Gods.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Creature,
not...
instant, or sorcery.
Okay, so I will respond to that by casting Path to Exile
Figured you'd had one.
Yeah, on... Doesn't really matter which, so let's
The other one's getting exiled too, so.
Yeah. So, yep, do that. And I'll go fetch a green, I think. Now, it's true that it was probably be okay to save that, but I really need to not miss my land drops anymore. Okay. Good?
Mm-hmm.
Untap. Draw a card. That kind of works. You watch, now I'm going to just draw lands, probably. Crack Heath. Go to 17.
That's how it works.
I think we'll just fetch a basic. Because I want to try and stay out of Elka range if I can. So we'll get a basic plains. And here's a super slow rhinoceros.
Oh, I mean, he's threatening lethal.
He is threatening lethal. Go ahead. He's like, the way I imagine this, it's like you have these guys that come down early, you know.
Draw for turn.
They're all super excited and like dealing damage quickly, and then just the rhino stumbles in.
Valakut tapped.
Where'd everybody go?
And
Why isn't there anybody there?
we're gonna cast a Deadshot Minotaur. Sure, go.
All right, you gonna deal 3 damage to a flyer?
No flying things.
Untap. Draw a card.
I didn't want to risk just cycling him.
That's pretty funny. 4 beats.
We'll block it.
Deal. And here's an Arshan Foremost. Unfortunately, Mr. Rhino here is a rhino, not a warrior.
He's not a warrior.
He's not a warrior. He's not of the warrior rhino clan. The very famous rhino warriors. And here's a tap
the one
temple
that
card.
fights the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That's true. That's true. There's probably one in Power Rangers somewhere.
Hey, it comes in untapped.
That's true. You got some basics.
Sure, go.
Ooh, nothing?
Yeah, we got nothing. One turn off casting that.
Oh, man. That actually would have been very good, because I used my answer to make sure I missed or hit my land drops. Draw a card. That's a sweet one. Okay. That's just a fun one, so I'm going to cast it right now. Coco! Of Coco Warriors, of course. Alright. Oh, this just puts. Okay, that's fine. Too bad. I would have liked to dash that. But that'll work.
No free 2-1.
No, unfortunately.
But hey, you punked the guy that has Double Strike.
It's true. I did do that. So, yep. 4. And 10.
Dead.
Woo! And Abrupt Decay, which is kind of useless.
Yeah, that wasn't going to get the Empyrean.
Yeah. I had this in my opener, and I debated just using that on the Sakura Tribe-Elder to push through, like, 2 damage.
2 damage.
Because what else am I going to do with it, you know?
That's
no, that wasn't a test game. I drew this. Never mind. Yeah, when we were testing this matchup earlier, I had that decision, and I'm like, I don't think this can hit anything else.
You're not really, no.
No. But that was game 2, and we will see you in game 3. All right, game 3. Go ahead.
We've got those.
Whoop. And for me, these 2 might be dead, but I guess we'll see. Start us off.
Stomach Ground, untapped, and sure go.
All right. I smell a cycler.
I mean, it's kind of just like a given with this deck.
Pretty much. Verdant Catacombs, which will crack, and then I think we just want basics still for the same reasons as before. The Valakut reasons. So we'll get a basic Swamp. Yes, I realize I said that weird.
Swamp.
Swamp. Yeah, there's that Swamp.
Swamp.
And then we will drain that swamp to cast an Inquisition of Kozilek.
It sees this stomping ground.
Yeah, there's very few things it can actually
and then it
hit.
sees this wooded foothills.
But,
And then it sees that Nahiri the Harbinger.
yep,
Deadshot Minotaur.
yep.
The monster's Carabid. And the other monster's Carabid.
All right, bunch of 5s and a 4. You got it. It's more like casting a peek than anything, really,
And
against
return.
you.
I mean, it sometimes gets cards like Anger of the Gods
Yeah.
and Farseek.
Yeah. Sakura Tribe Elder,
Untap.
the world's
Draw for
most
turn.
annoying chump blocker.
It's true. Stomping Ground untapped, and it's your go.
All right, untap. Draw a card. Here's a Razor Verge Thicket, and we'll cast a Bramblewood Paragon. Pass turn.
End of your turn. Cycle the monster's Carabid.
Yup.
I'm gonna cycle this monster's Carabid that I just drew off of it. Ooh.
You didn't even cycle the... Oh, no, you did. Yeah, you cycled 3 of them.
Untap.
Well, you got some...
Draw for turn.
You got Deadshot in there still.
Yeah, so we're gonna cycle Deadshot.
Yeah.
Oh, those are just like the worst draws you could make.
Yep.
Wooded Foothills. And your go.
All right. Untap. Draw a card. I wonder if I risk doing that again. Probably not. Well. Okay. Windswept Heath. Crack. Go to 18. Let's see. So you're on 4 next turn. So no Bring to Lighting. So then I think we'll get just the plains. Boring old plains.
Plains.
Very plain.
It's pretty plain.
I mean, it's silver bordered, so that's pretty cool. And a Foremost.
Ooh.
So counter on that.
Giving him double
And
strike.
giving this double strike. And we will strike you for 4.
12.
Pass the turn.
Turn, crack that, going to 11. Sacred Foundry tapped.
Mm-hmm.
Untap. Draw for turn. That actually makes my hand a lot better, surprisingly. Blood Crypt tapped.
Yeah. Anger?
And the gods are angry.
They're always so angry. I don't know what I keep doing.
Raining fire.
Just always so angry at me. Just mean. Draw a card. Wow. Okay, well, that's a few of those. Let's have a look. Thoughtseize. Go to 16.
Would you like this living end?
No.
Maybe an Emrakul?
No.
A Nahiri? Or another Nahiri?
Possibly.
Or Through the Breach?
Probably Through the Breach. I'm thinking probably Through the Breach.
Yeah, that had made those previous draws a little bit better.
Yeah. Considering
At least
if
I
you...
can still discard it to the Nahiri.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, considering if you top a land, I'm pretty much just dead in one hit. Bramblewood Paragon. Pass turn.
Untap.
Pretty good
Draw
timing
for turn.
for that.
Nahiri.
Yep.
Going up with her.
Well, I know you're not fetching... Well, I guess you can fetch an Emrakul, because you can just discard Emrakul.
We're going to discard Living End.
Yep.
And probably draw. Might be the better part of the
Yeah.
entry go.
Untap. Draw a card. Okay. I think this is mostly dead in most situations anyway, so we'll Inquisition you.
So this is the Emrakul.
Yep.
And then Nahiri. Now there's a Bring to Light.
Ah.
And a Sakura Tribe Elder. So
I can hit something! Sweet. I mean, that Bring to Light sucks, but...
Still don't have land, so it's
That's
that.
true. Here's a Bramblewood Paragon, who comes in with a counter from this one. And we'll play Tap Godless Shrine, and we will attack... You're at 11?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I have to keep Nahiri down, or you're just going to fetch an Emrakul. Once you discard it.
4.
Pass the turn.
Untap.
It's unfortunate, but
Draw for
that's the
turn.
way it works. Some little land light, too.
Going to go up 6.
Yep.
To discard Emrakul.
Yep.
And we draw a card. And then cycle. Or shuffle the whole graveyard back in. Which kind of ruins the Living End plan.
A little bit.
But we had kind of drawn Living End, so
Yeah.
had to get it back into the library somehow.
It's true. Now, if you had... I mean, you don't have Violent Outburst and those cards in this variation of the Living End shell. But if you had Violent Outburst and the Nahiri combo, if you discarded an Emrakul and you Violent Outburst in response, you can get back the Emrakul, right?
Yes.
Because it would still be... The shuffle trigger would
Because
still be on the
you're
stack.
responding to the shuffle trigger.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's kind of cool. Might be an interesting thing for people to brew up, potentially.
Then we're going to play a mountain.
Yep. I don't think you have any
And
blue.
Oh, we don't have any blue.
Nope. The one color you need.
In that case, I'm going to change this to that.
Okay.
Here we go.
Untap. Draw a card. Alright. Nahiri for 5.
Here he goes to 1.
Actually, she was at 6, right?
Yeah. I mean, you only have to deal 2 to her to keep her from going out.
That's true, but you're at 11,
But yeah, I am at 11.
so I'm gonna attack you instead.
For 5?
Yes, for 5.
Go to 6.
And then we're gonna cast a Siege Rhino. Drain you for 3.
Ouch.
Go to 19. Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn.
Because that's not getting Emrakul this turn, so...
8. Discarding Cinderglade.
Yep.
Is that enough?
This is a nail biter.
So you have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage on the field.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yep. 9.
We're going to
Rhino is not a warrior, or he'd get 2 counters!
Primal Command.
Yep.
Putting Razor Verge Thicket on top of your library and me gaining 7 life.
Ooh.
Going to 10.
That's cool. That's pretty nifty.
And a mountain.
Okay.
Sure go.
Untap. Draw. Wow, look at that. Okay.
Hope the one card in your hand doesn't provide any source of damage.
So if I put you to... Well, but then you can
Yeah,
just
if you
fetch
put me
it.
to 1, then I
Yeah.
get an Emrakul.
You
And...
just get an Emrakul. Although Emrakul doesn't kill me in one hit.
Yeah, but he
'Cause I'm
kind
at
of clears
19
your
now.
board.
Well, Annihilate 6. I mean, I'm going to replay the Thicket.
I guess you gotta keep 1.
So I keep one thing, and then I could probably get in with that one thing for lethal if I attacked you instead. So Emrakul actually alone won't do it. But you probably have something else, too. Do I just kill Nahiri this turn? Maybe? Or do I put you to 1? The thing is, here's the other cool thing. If I put you to 1, you can't crack a fetch to find a blue source.
That's true.
So that's kind of interesting, too. This is actually really hard. Wow, okay. Well... Oh, it's tough. I don't know how many fetches you actually have in your deck, but... Okay, I think... That'd be 6. So kill that. This might not be right, but I think I'm going to split this up. So I'm going to do 3 to her because you can't just go up one more time and then be at lethal again. It puts you at an odd number. And then I'll attack you for 7. Or, sorry, for 6 and 3 at her.
Go to 4.
That might be right, it might not be. Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Exile Siege Rhino.
Yep.
Cast Nahiri.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, if you had gone for the putting me to 1, then
Yeah.
I could have cleared the only creature that lives.
True.
And we're going to kill the 3/3.
Yep. Exile 3/3.
Exile the 3/3.
Okay.
Enter go.
Untap. Draw a card. Well, that's not useful.
Is
Zero,
it slightly
4.
more useful than a Razor Ridge Thicket that came and tapped?
You tell me. Godless Shrine.
I mean, hey, it could have came in untapped.
It's true.
Slightly
True,
better.
could've. Still don't have a blue. So I can kill Nahiri, but that ruins my 2-turn clock. If I attack you, you can trade Nahiri for my bear, essentially. And then
Then I'm at 2, where
then we're
Siege
both
Rhino
kind
is
of
just a...
top deck mode. Yeah, that's really tough. I think I attack you.
Okay, going to 2.
Pass the turn. And the reason I'm doing that is because if you
Untap.
draw a breeding pool, you can't play it
Draw for turn.
untapped. So you can't do that this turn either.
Oh.
Well, you can, but you'll
Smart,
kill
yeah.
yourself.
Kill myself.
And if you decide to trade this for that, I mean,
However,
dies anyway.
I think the gods were on my side.
Ugh. I don't even know how many of those you have.
I think there's 3?
Exile.
I mean, I shuffled one
every-
back in, so...
That's true. That is true. Okay, that makes that worse.
And going up, discarding, stomping ground, draw. Sakura Tribe Elder.
Okay, I don't know if you have any basics.
Enter go.
Since I know for a fact this doesn't do anything, I'm going to abrupt decay it.
Second response.
Because I don't have any other targets. Yeah, you did have one. Wasn't sure if you had a basic island or not. Okay, so
Enter
that's
go.
probably going to do it, unless this is something good. Seriously? Seriously? Okay, go ahead. Think you got me.
I have 7 lands, so I can only deal 18.
I mean, all you really have
Valakut.
to do is fetch an Empyrean, and the game's probably over.
I guess that's true. Yes, the Empyrean is an option. Untap. Or, I could, Living End for that Sakura Tribe Elder back.
Good. I get back nothing.
Draw for turn.
Put me on a 19-turn clock.
Steam Vents tapped.
Yep.
And... Bring to Light.
Yep.
For I think we can do it for 5. Just for lulz. White, green, black.
Yep. Sure can.
But
God, there's only 2 Abrupt Decays in the deck. Why do you need to get both of them? And 2 Inquisitions? Come on. That's no fair. The gods really didn't smile on me today.
that is our 8th land, but I think just Madcap
Yep.
is safer.
So now I need like a Path and a Siege Rhino. Probably not getting there.
Wow.
That's pretty far down.
And we didn't see Emrakul, so that means he's in these 7 cards. So
Wow.
good. Luckily, I can discard them.
Yes.
Madcap.
Yep.
Left tail can't change, no damage.
You got it.
And we'll plus Nahiri.
Right.
No discards.
I think I've drawn every dead card in my deck, because I've drawn 3 Inquisitions and both Abrupt Decays, and those are literally the only dead cards in this deck, in this particular matchup. Yeah, I'm not gonna cast it, but go ahead.
Untap.
Well, we're drawing live, boys.
Rough return.
There's literally nothing else that's a complete dead draw now.
We're going to plus Nahiri to cycle this Street Wraith, because I can't do it manually.
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah, can't pay life.
That's sad. Here's a Blood Crypt tapped. I
Yep.
could have cast him now.
It's true.
8.
11.
Enter go.
Oh, that's pretty dead too. Go.
Untap. Rough return. Alt Nahiri.
Yep.
I was really hoping that wasn't going to be Emrakul there.
That'd been pretty bad. I mean, you still get to attack with
Because
it.
we knew he was in those
Yeah.
7 cards.
You'd still get to attack with it, because you just hit me for 8, put me down to,
But no, like if the card I'd drawn was
3.
Emrakul
Yeah.
that turn.
Yeah.
So I knew he was in the top 7, then I'd have to get, like a Street Wraith or something instead with Nahiri. Because he's
No,
a good creature to get.
No,
I
but
mean,
you could just go up with it if you drew Emrakul.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
And then you could still have it in next turn.
I mean, it still could have
finish it
killed
off.
you, because I could have just got a
true.
Street Wraith, and that'd be enough.
Although, I must say, you almost do have Flawless Victory, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna have 2 cards in my hand, but you're gonna
Yeah.
annihilate all my permanents.
Swing.
Alright. And, yeah, I think that'll do it.
I think that does it.
I think that does it. So, I think I had the worst draws I possibly could have had.
Yeah, it kind of seemed that way.
Like, I literally, like, when, cause we just play these deck lists as they're listed, right? And we thought, like, okay, this is gonna be a pretty easy matchup. I mean, it's gonna suck if I draw Inquisition or Abrupt Decay, because this can barely hit anything, and Abrupt
you
Decay
can hit anger, which is pretty important, but yeah.
Yeah, but that's about it. I mean, other than that, it's pretty much dead. And I drew all 5 of the dead cards. All 5 of them!
Especially since when you missed the first one,
Yeah.
and then you're like, can I even hit? And I cycled it, and it was Anger of the Gods was the
Oh,
card. So I was
jeez.
like, well, you could hit like Anger of the Gods.
Yeah. Wow. Alright, so that's a lot of damage. There's a big hair on the table for some reason. And I'm gonna say another thank you to Christian Wright and Storm Browning for these 2 decks. Pretty fun decks. I really enjoyed this matchup, despite having the worst draws known to man in the 3rd game.
It's still pretty fun decks.
It was pretty good decks. So, yeah, if you want to contribute to our Patreon, the link will be in the description. $10 a month or more will get you able to submit a deck list for us to play. And of course, if you want, you don't have to resume it monthly. I mean, if you pay us one-time thing, you can give us a deck list to play that one time.
Yes.
So, there's no like huge commitment that you have to make there. So, yeah, that was this, and we will see you next week.
Boy!